Hi, everybody. Well, there's no place I'd rather be today than with you to have our regular Wednesday afternoon class. But since I can't be there, I decided to make a Visual Basic video. And I'd like you to try to watch it and think of the rest of us as we all make it to wherever we're going for Thanksgiving Day. All right, so today we're going to work from the stock new file that you'll find in the course documents area of Blackboard. So why don't you open up that file on your own computer and follow along with me. And this particular lesson was taken from Appendix C of the New Perspectives on Microsoft Excel 2013 Comprehensive Enhanced Edition textbook by Ageloff et al. And I used this book several years ago. It covers the following aspects of VBA or Visual Basic in a concise yet memorable lesson. You can create a macro using the macro recorder. Actually, we're going to do that. Work with the Project Explorer and the VBA editor. Edit a sub-procedure, run a sub-procedure, work with the VBA objects, properties, and methods, work with VBA variables, explore conditional statements, and explore custom functions. So we're going to do all that in today's lesson. Now, this New Perspectives on Microsoft Excel 2013 Comprehensive Enhanced Edition textbook is also available on reserve for our course in the Newman Library. I've actually made a transcript of what I'm going to be saying, so you can find that transcript along with the Excel file and the PowerPoint that I'm going to use in today's presentation in the course documents area of Blackboard. This video is only going to go for 15 minutes because I only have the free Screencast-O-Matic account. So I'm going to start the lesson and then I'll stop it at 15 minutes and then start it up again. I don't know how many times. But anyway, we're all having a really good time getting this done. All right, so we're going to create we're going to work from this stock new file. And the first thing that we're going to do is save it as a macro enhanced file. So let's do File, Save. And I'm just going to place it in Documents. And we will call it Stock Report. Now, I want you to save it as a macro enhanced file. So this is the most important part of what I'm just saying to you. So you click here on this little down arrow and you say Excel macro enabled workbook, right? Make sure you save it as that. Great. All right, now I'm going to switch over to the PowerPoint. So this is a stock report application for an investment firm. It will display charts and statistics for a selected stock from the current week, month, quarter, and year. So you see the little menu here in the center, right in here. So you see that it says apply the time window. So we'll be able to apply not only year, but week and month. And then we have these four different sheets on the application that people can flip around to. And I'm going to explain how that goes in a second. So we're going to give this application to clients. And since they don't understand Excel, we want to automate the process of switching between the various reports and charts. We're going to use macros to do this. Now, when I get back, we're going to actually cover Workshop 8 in the Kinzer book, and that deals with macros. But at this point, you're going to learn how to use macros. So the Kinzer book will just reinforce your macro knowledge. So an Excel application uses Excel commands, tools, and functions. It's stored in an Excel file and can only be opened from within Excel. We'll create an application based on stock values for the current year. On the report control worksheet, there are 5 buttons. So that's the one in the middle, the menu. We move to the 4 charts with the statistics, line chart, stock chart, and stock history buttons. So you can see the 4 different charts, the other sheets on this PowerPoint slide. So up in the upper left-hand corner, this one up here, the summary statistics chart is for the price of stocks and the volume of shares traded over the past year. The line chart, and that's this one over here, shows closing values and volumes of shares traded over the past year. The stock history chart gives the daily values. That one down here, stock history, gives the daily values and volume of shares traded over the past year. And then we have the open, high, low, and close chart, and that provides information for each day of the time interval. So now let's switch to Excel and see how everything is laid out. Okay, so I said there's the report tab, the statistics, the line chart, the stock chart, and the stock history. All right. So the fastest way to create macros is to record them. Then we're going to use the editor within Visual Basic to change them. So let's capture the statistics macro. All right, so what we do is we click on the Developer tab, and then over here on the right it says Record Macro. So click on Record Macro. Go to the Report tab first. All right, and then on the Developer tab, Record Macro. And the name of our macro is the name of our macro is statistics. And the description for this macro is as is. This macro displays the contents of the statistics worksheet, and then we say OK. Now, once this happens, there's a little button at the bottom of the screen that I can't see that says that we're recording the macro. Sorry about that, class. All right, let's click now on the statistics tab, and what we'll do is press Control Home at this point, and that'll bring the cursor up into cell A1, and that's good. So this is the end of our macro recording. So we'll go back to the Developer tab, and we'll click on Stop Recording. All right, now click somewhere else in the statistics sheet. Any place else is fine. And then go back to the Report tab. And now let's just run our macro. So we go to the Developer tab again, and then we say, click on the Macros button. And now the statistics macro is the only one there. And we click on Run, and we'll see whether we end up on the statistics sheet. And you see that instead of being in wherever we clicked a little while ago, we're in A1. So all is well with the world. Let's go back to the Report tab, and let me talk to you a little bit about Visual Basic. So we will now go into the Developer tab, and we're going to open up the Macros button, and we're going to say Edit the Statistics macro, because Statistics is chosen. So now click on Edit. Now when we do this, we open up the Visual Basic window. And let me just fix it up so that you can see everything that I can see on my screen. All right, so over here on the right is the code for the statistics macro that we just created. And then over here on the left are the other two windows that are part of the Visual Basic program. At the top, we see the Project Explorer, and at the bottom, we see the Properties window. So let me see if I can make them a little larger. All right, very good. So let's just talk about these three windows for a few minutes. So we have what we want to do is talk about these three windows. All right. So the Project Explorer is a hierarchical list of worksheets, data entry forms, and anything else that is part of an Excel application. The Properties window lists properties and values associated with each object in the Project Explorer. And the Code window displays VBA code for the items selected in the Project Explorer. A project needs to be managed by the Visual Basic editor. A project is the macros, worksheets, data entry forms, and other items that make up a customized application. See the project icon, project name, then file name in parentheses. So up here we see that the name of this is VBA project, and we've called the file stock report. So that's the name of the file, and then we see the objects. In this case, the 6 sheets, and then this workbook object for the open workbook. Now, macros are organized into modules. We put related macros in a module. For instance, we could have a printing tasks modules for everything that regards printing. Objects have properties that define their characteristics. So now we're going to change 2 properties. First, we're going to change the name of our project and add a description. So let's go about doing that. So now on the Visual Basic window, we're going to click on Tools. And wow. So I don't have the menu bar showing, and I need to do that. So you know what, class? I'm going to just shut it down because I'm just going to turn on the menu bar on the Visual Basic. So let's just, I'm at 13 minutes, so I'll shut this.